Welcome back. 3-year-old Janvi, who went missing last week in the capital, has been reunited with the family after 8 harrowing days. But there's a mystery, not just over how Janvi went missing, but also how she was found. She returned with her head shaved and a placard around her neck that had her father's phone number. Did intense campaign on social media spook her abductors? Sahil Meghani tries to find out.
After a nightmarish week, 3-year-old Janvi has finally been reunited with her family. The child went missing from India Gate in the capital on the 28th of September. But there is a mystery not just over how Janvi went missing, but also how she was found. Janvi was found with her hair shaved in West Delhi on Sunday night. There was a placard around Janvi's neck with her parents' phone number. Placard also stated that Janvi was lost at India Gate. Placard urged anyone who found Janvi to call her father.
मैं और मेरी फैमिली बहुत खुश हैं। हम सब लोगों का थैंक्स करना चाहते हैं कि आज उन सब लोगों की वजह से हमारी जानवी हमारे साथ है।
But an interesting takeaway from the story is how social media pushed to find Janvi. After the police failed to make much headway last week, Janvi's family launched an intense campaign online. Janvi's missing posters along with her pictures went viral on Facebook, Twitter and WhatsApp.
सोशल मीडिया का हमने एक पेज ज्वाइन करा फेसबुक पे हमने, जिसका नाम था ब्रिंग बैक जानवी। जितने भी बेस्ट विशर्स थे उन्होंने हमें ज्वाइन किया, जानवी को ढूंढने में हमें हेल्प की।
Happy ending for 3-year-old Janvi, who not just went missing under mysterious circumstances, but was also found under equally mysterious circumstances. But a positive takeaway from Janvi's story is the role that social media played. How her missing posters went viral on Facebook, Twitter and WhatsApp. The success of this campaign also raising hopes from many others who till now were thinking that they had nowhere else to go. With video journalist Sumit in New Delhi, I'm Sahil Meghani.
And joining us this evening in the studio is Mr. Rohit Upadhyay. He's an expert in digital media and the Managing Director and CEO of iBroad7 Communications. Good evening and welcome to IBN Connect. And we have some of our callers already. Suryakant is calling us from Patna. Good evening, Suryakant. What do you want to say?
Good evening, ma'am. Ma'am, the Twitter and, WhatsApp, we could see that how politically Narendra Modi had used it. But for the first time, this WhatsApp and the social media has been used for relocating a child and a happy reuniting with the parents, So first time it is being shown that in 21st century what kind of, social media can play the role.
Right.
And if it is used in a nice way, this is what we can achieve, There would be no stones, left unturned, to get to the criminals or the kidnappers, It was only because of the social media's well-fought struggle, only on the next, that the kidnappers were forced to leave Janvi behind and, letting the child be reunited with the family. It's really a happy Diwali for the parents as well as for the social media users.
Right. What an interesting world. Even abductors are on social media and so are the parents of Janvi, and quite a happy outcome as you've been saying. Dhruv Saxena is with us from Delhi. Good evening, Dhruv. Do you think it's the victory of the social media in the real sense?
Good evening. First of all, congratulations to the CNN IBN team. Your continuous running of the story has really paid off. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Then social media, coming to social media, it's really important. It's playing a huge role, and in a country like India where the 1.25 million people can access this Facebook and Twitter, so there's a need to have these gadgets. The internet has to be in each and everyone's hand. Currently only 2 to 3% of Indians have access to internet, which is really less. So I urge the government, which I hope will be able to provide internet to each and every Indian so that these drives carry on and we can have some really good inputs.
All right, Mr. Saxena, thanks very much. A.R. Sampath also joining us. Go ahead, what do you want to say?
It's one of the finest things we can imagine in our time. It is the awareness created by the social media and the cheap rate at which we are able to get at the people is really amazing. See, while some people use it for certain gain, there is a positive approach to the whole episode. We are very glad that the families got reunited, and it should be a real good Eid as well as Diwali gift for them.
All right. IP Singh with us from Mumbai. Mr. Singh?
Madam, firstly, I congratulate the parents and
thank everybody, your channel, other channel, who made the people aware of this, and the kidnappers knew that sooner or later they will be arrested along with the baby and taken to task. It is not the efficiency of the police, except they have announced a reward of 50,000 rupees. It is nature's gift. It is because of God's act that this small child is stressed. I think it is a double Diwali for the parents.
I'm sure. And here's wishing all the very best to Janvi as well. Mr. Singh, thank you very much. Mr. Upadhyay, let me put this question to you. Is this the victory of social media? Is this was meant to be a place where you can share posts and ideas, but it's given a real voice and a tool to everyone who's online?
Absolutely. See, I have two takeaways from this whole event in this social media, in this Janvi case. One is how democratized the whole discourse is now. Janvi's parents are reasonably modest people, but they have used this. So one would have thought that they are only upwardly mobile use social media. But look at the way Janvi's parents have used social media. And so one is that, listen, I can also be heard. I have a voice. So social media gives you a voice. So really what our forefathers envisaged in our constitution, for the people, by the people, of the people, that's really what social media has done. And the second takeaway that I have is that look at the way people are happy. They're celebrating. I was looking at Twitter, and it's trending from today morning. People are celebrating. One of them said that today is Eid, and they're celebrating. So look at the way social media is getting good things in people. Okay. We thought that we are largely insensitive society and we don't help people on the road. But look at the way people are celebrating, and all your callers are also kind of congratulating, and they're so happy about somebody whom they don't even know. Yeah. So that's what social media has brought them.
Right.
So much of happiness.
As long as the trolls don't hit you. Let's get in more callers. Colonel Devinder Daya is with us from Gurgaon. Colonel Daya, what are your thoughts on this entire episode?
Yeah, I really feel so good about this family. And kudos to you people. I mean, electronics media especially. I'll not talk of the complete social media, but you people. I think somebody who has kidnapped this girl, his or her heart melted, seeing the whole story and the plight of that poor mother, and they left it. I think this gun was picked up by some influential people, some not by crooks. That I can make out. I think you will do good to find out these people, because whatever way she was picked up, the agony was for the family. And it is a big lesson that parents should not leave the children like this. They should take more care of. Secondly, ma'am, the most important point I am making. Congratulations to you. Having said that, I want to make a point. Some channels, part of media, is frankly not working like the fourth pillar of the governance. You people should be impartial in reporting. Don't buckle under pressure. Don't get gagged by people. You keep doing your duties, you will be near to the hearts of people.
All right. Okay, Colonel Daya, I appreciate your feedback, sir, and your comments. Thank you very much. Rashid Malik is with us from Kashmir. Rashid Malik, with due credit to the Delhi police, do you think it's the social media that has really built the pressure and the momentum for this girl to be returned to her parents?
Hello, Balki. Hope you are in good health and spirits. Yeah, it's a great job done. Look, we now have realized how important social media is in our lives. Having due respect to police, but sometimes police also fails in these cases. But how social network has helped us, this is a great news, and it can help us to reach greater heights if we use it in a positive way. And also, one thing is more important here to mention, that some people misuse these social networking sites, and in order people misinterpret these sites. But this is a very good step taken by the social network community, bring Janvi back. So this will help us a lot, and it will give a message to everybody how we can destroy who want to mix our nation's name.
All right. Yes. Rashid Malik, thanks very much for your thoughts. Usha Rao is with us from Bangalore. Ms. Rao, how do you see this entire episode, and do you think it's the victory in a real sense of the social media?
Social media has revolutionized the way we connect with people. It helps in mobilizing public opinion and also to create awareness about so many social issues, among people. Social media has definitely played a big part in reuniting little Janvi with her parents after 7 or 8 harrowing days. But the mystery remains. What happened to Janvi in the interim period? Was she abducted by someone? Who was responsible for shaving her head and putting that placard around her neck? These questions remain unanswered, This incident proves the vulnerability of our children in big cities, about their safety and security also. Janvi was lucky, other children may not be so.
Yes, in fact, this is something that Mr. Upadhyay and I were just discussing. We're both parents of young children, and this is a cause for concern, but certainly a heartwarming story coming out as far as Janvi's case is concerned. Mr. Upadhyay, we'll come back after a short break and talk about if there is going to be regulation on media like this, and how will it impact that. We'll take a short break here on IBN Connect and come back with more. You're watching Connect with CNN IBN. Today we're talking about the case of 3-year-old Janvi who'd gone missing in Delhi, and she was found more than 8 days later with a placard around her neck that had her father's phone number. The question we are asking, is it social media and the pressure that was built that forced the kidnappers to leave her? A lot of you have been calling in. Sham is with us from Belgaum. Good evening, Sham. Do you think it's social media's victory?
Hello. Good evening, ma'am.
Yes, good evening.
Yeah, regarding this Janvi was found. Regarding that I want to speak my views.
Go ahead.
Yeah, this is one of the advantages of social media, and I want to recall one of the incidents which took place, I think, near about before 1 year ago.
Okay.
That one of the, I think, a young boy from Maharashtra. He was missed in the childhood, and later I think because of social media, after that only I think 20 years like that, his brother had given his photo on the social media.
Okay.
So later they came together, and it was joy in their family. So I want to ask Rohit sir if he knows, he recalls that incident, and I think, and the other thing I want to tell, it is one of the role that social media is playing for that. And if Rohit sir remembers this, Rohit Upadhyay, I hope that if he remembers, he recalls, I think he'll put some focus on that incident. If he
all right, we'll put that question to him. We have one more caller who will take quickly, and then we'll take your question to Mr. Upadhyay here. Sarita is with us from Mumbai. Sarita, go ahead.
Yeah, I have remembered the incident. A Mumbai-based boy was traced in Varanasi. Social media has played a very important role in tracing that boy. And again, the case of Janvi, we got Janvi, and the media has played a very important role.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Sarita, thanks very much. In fact, we were just talking about how influential people have been able to successfully use social media to sort of get more followers, to put their point across. But it seems that regular people, the common citizens of this country, are also being able to make their point and to benefit.
Yeah, so that's what I was talking about. It's completely democratization of content and discourse. It doesn't need, so you don't have to have a certain caste, creed, religion, sex, demography, nothing. I'm a 15-year-old, I'm a 18-year-old, I can put up my points. I can be counted, which was not happening with regular mediums or otherwise. As we were discussing that, it has its other effects also. But look at in this case, with social media, the trickle-down effect came to the regular media. I saw some posters on auto rickshaws today. Janvi's posters on auto rickshaw yesterday or day before yesterday. So look at the trickle-down effect. It starts from social media, it's picked up by the regular media, picked up by the other mediums, regional media, then it becomes a big story. So because why? Because it's instant. Social media is instant. Look at the case of this ice bucket challenge. Celebrities would post their photographs on social media, it will be picked up by the mainline media on the next day. So look at the convergence of all the medias coming together. And then one woman in Hyderabad made a rice bucket challenge, which also gathered a lot of steam. Let's get in one last caller from Surat. Vikas is with us. Good evening, Vikas. What do you want to say?
I want to say that this is beneficial and powerful use of social media, and if people are using in such a way, that is really good and beneficial for our society.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Closing comments, Rohit.
So, I want to end up this with a rider. We are just about 17% internet penetration, just about 8% people using social media, 7% on mobile. You know, with a country like ours, we could have 30, 40, 50% people using the social media. I'm not saying we need regulation, but we certainly need laws which can prosecute people who are misusing it. So that is something that our governments, and I think not only our government, there has to be minimum common standards worldwide. It has to be international treaties, because most of these companies are based out of our country. It's very difficult to prosecute people. While we have our act, in the new act, we have in the section 79, we have provisions for it, but it's very difficult to prosecute them. So our governments and worldwide, because it's a global thing, we should have a minimum common standards of social media. I'm not saying regulate it, but we should certainly have rules to make sure that people are prosecuted who misuse it.
Yes, it's a very powerful tool, and it needs some regulation, but it'll come hopefully. And in the meantime, we can ask our callers and our viewers to keep tweeting us with their comments and their responses. Thank you, Rohit Upadhyay, for being with us, and we're leaving you with images of Eid festivities across the country. Thanks for watching.